the goals in these wonderful stadiums that Rocket League has provided for us to play. And from there, it's going to take a lot of defense. It's going to take a lot of offense. But defense is mostly your best bet to win the games of any of these 7 matches that we have going on today.
Yeah, absolutely. As Jose mentioned, this is a best of 7 series, so we will see 7 games of Rocket League being played today. Obviously, this format's a little different. It is 3 versus 3 for this format, so it'll be a little more chaos, a little more happening on the field here. Obviously, you mentioned the nitro boost or the boost mechanic inside Rocket League is critical to your success.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. I think those keys are going to be good because if the community out there thinks about hockey, then they could relate to Rocket League a little bit easier.
Yeah, relating to traditional sports and video games is often one of those things we want to do to make sure everyone can understand at home, what this game is and why it's being played at this high level. Inside of Rocket League, we're joining you today from the high school level of play, so expect to see some top-tier performance from the players on the pitch. But this is not the end of the Rocket League journey or career by any stretch of the imagination. Players have the opportunity after they graduate high school to join in any tournaments that are happening, inside the community. There's tournaments almost every weekend across North America and honestly the world available for those to jump in. Both in-game and organized by third parties, as well as you have like the CRL, the Collegiate Rocket League group that runs tournaments for collegiate students who are playing and pursuing the next level of education. And on top of that, the top tier of play available is the RLCS, the Rocket League Championship Series, hosted by Psyonix, the wonderful developer of this game. Players have the opportunity to compete and play at the highest level with some of the best players. So anyone looking to find out more about what's available in the Rocket League scene, definitely go check out the CRL and watch some of that high-level play. Jose, have you ever had a chance to catch an RLCS match at all?
I have not, actually, but I should check it out on
Absolutely.
YouTube.
Yeah, we just, I believe last weekend was the end of the, I believe, the fall major. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think that was the case. So that's a big major event held in person. It was overseas in Europe this year, but is coming to San Diego in, I believe, for the winter major this year. So that'll be another event that's worth capturing and taking a look at. And honestly, it is phenomenal to watch and quite the spectacle of esports that's brought to play. While we wait here, we're just waiting for players to get set up in the background. I think there's a couple changes and making sure all the players are ready to go. I just want to hear more about your experience, Jose, and what you like in esports. Can you talk to me a little more about how you got into the esports space?
Well, I got into the esports space just because I love video games, and of course, I play Rocket League, so that's one of my favorite games to play. I could say intermediate, but I have some of my favorite cars that I play with.
What is your favorite car to play Rocket League?
Well, my favorite car is the Batman mobile.
Oh, I love the Batmobile. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie, I do love an Octane, but I also love the Fennec, which is kind of like a little bit of a hatchback. That's another one of my favorite ones to play, and the Dominus being another one that's played in ranked play.
I should try those cars next then.
I think one of the other hilarious ones is the battle bus for Fortnite, as we've seen that make its way into game as well, which I think is super funny. Players are taking their time, just getting in the lobby here, making sure we're ready to go, but it looks like we are going to be off to the races here momentarily. And here we go. On to some Rocket League action. We have the unified Broken Arrow Tigers versus the unified Richards Bulldogs on the orange side here. We are off to the races here and the action.
And I think they are playing a little bit of defense with Richard Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs looking to pressure in the Broken Arrow zone. Ball goes up near the back wall. It's kind of lost in the corner currently as the Broken Arrows want to get out of their own zone.
Right now they're playing really good defense with each other. Broken Arrow and Richard Bulldogs.
Absolutely, they seem to be capitalizing on those opportunities to get the ball out of their corners and out of their zones, opening up more opportunities for players to head down to the other end of the field and get a scoring opportunity. That was a bit of a team bump, and there you go.
By Unknown, 21-300 from Richard Bulldogs.
Unified Richard Bulldogs go up in this series 1-0, just under the 1 minute mark of this first game in this best of 7 series.
I know, I think it's a little bit too early to tell who's going to take the first match.
It's a long series ahead of us. There's a lot of Rocket League to be played. I agree with you entirely, Jose. It's going to take some time, but I believe the first goal is very important to set the tone and momentum for the rest of the series.
Yes, that is correct, Animal.
Right, as the Broken Arrows look to break the seal on this goal line. Almost a good opportunity for the net. Had to be saved out by Bulldogs. Bulldogs heading back down to the far end. Unknown has another opportunity and another goal.
Yeah, Unknown had a lot of good passing by their teammate. That last goal.
An important centering pass set up that opportunity for Unknown in the slot there. And that was the difference maker, I think. Team play is going to be critical to success here, but Broken Arrows looking for a shot opportunity. Unknown is tracking again towards the center of the field. Ooh, but gets demoed.
Unknown! Another goal by Unknown!
Another
but
great pass.
You can see how Richard Bulldogs are really teaming up and passing with each other and playing off the wall.
Absolutely, I agree entirely. That's an important part of Rocket League, but big opportunity there in front of the net with the Broken Arrows, but is saved out by Unknown, and Tenshi heads back to the other end, but just flicks it over the net. Very close opportunity.
Did you guys just see that other goal from midfield, or basically half court?
Woolcraft TV is able to put one up on the board for the Broken Arrow Tigers, making this a 3-1 scoreline with just about 2 minutes left to play, and that's what you love to see from the Broken Arrows, making a game of it.
Yeah, I think Broken Arrow Tigers are trying to come back and tie up this first game.
Want to send this to an overtime situation if all possible. Here is the broken arrows. Nice play there from Ulam to be able to rotate underneath the players and still maintain control of the ball there. Unknown. I'll bring in the back line, making sure nothing sneaks through.
Coolum's really taking the lead from their from Richards. He's really like, or he is really like tentative. I can't even say the word. Apologize. But he's really being really good of seeing where the ball is.
Absolutely, the positioning play is critical to the success on the field here. As we come down to the final minute of play, Bulldogs want to close this first game out with a 3-1 scoreline. Broken Arrows are looking to maintain time in the offensive zone to score another opportunity.
And I see some of richer Unified Bulldogs are conserving their boost a little.
Now, Jose, you let me know in the intermission that you've seen the Richard Bulldogs play before. That's correct, right?
Yes, I have.
Wow, big opportunity there for the Broken Arrows. They're able to get one more up on the scoreboard here. It's now a 3-2 scoreline with 20 seconds left. And we're coming down to the final moments here. But a reminder for those at home and for you as well, Jose, the game does not end until the ball touches the green surface or the ground of the field on that 0-second timer. So you can still get a few extra moments of time even as the game wraps up before it out to the situation occurs.
Goal by Richards Unified Bulldogs with less than 7 seconds.
Huge play there to put themselves up on the scoreline with just a few seconds left. It's going to be a tall ask for the Broken Arrows to come back at this point as the final moments tick off. And that's it. The Richard Bulldogs take this first game in the best of 7 series, and wow, what a performance on their behalf.
Yeah, they played really well for the first match.
Before we come back from the break, we're going to go take a look at Zoe's Guide to Becoming Unified. She's an exceptional youth leader from Five High School in Washington. Take a look and see what Zoe has to say.
Unified sports is just like other sports, but it's inclusive of students with and without intellectual disabilities. So I heard about what Unified was, and I was like, whoa, that's awesome. Like, why don't we have that at Fife? I did a bunch of research. I got in contact with the director of Unified Schools for Special Olympics Washington, asked her questions. I asked a lot of questions. That's the first thing you need to do. Ask a lot of questions. You need to be prepared. So every day, I've been greeting kids, fist bumping them, like saying, hey, good morning, come to our meeting on Wednesday at 9. Learned a lot of kids' names and made that relationship, like built that connection with those people. I went into their actual classroom. They were like, kind of nervous. Do I really want to go? Keep going. Like once they did get to Unified, they're like, oh yeah, this is fun. I was 15 when I started this, and if I can do it, anybody can.
number 2. We are off to the races. Whoa, an early goal.
2 minutes into the first match, and Brook Tigers have the lead 1-0 so far.
Crazy first goal, just seconds into the game, and an awkward bounce off the face-off there. The Richards Bulldogs are going to have to come back in a hurry if they want to even up the scoreline.
Right. I think the coach during the intermission told them that they have to score the first goal for the Aero Tigers to keep up the momentum going.
That's the case there is probably an important coaching session between matches, and how to improve and change and adjust to your opponent's play is an important thing to do in a best-of-7 series. Because even with that first game down, you had Richard Bulldogs taking that first game. The Broken Arrows need to find a way to change their play up and get some more opportunities. This is a big save in front there by the Broken Arrow.
Yeah, you can see how the Broken Arrows are really, really want to score a goal.
Trying to break into their own zone here currently. Broken Arrow Tigers looking to find an opportunity for the net there. It's going to be stuffed out back to the corner by the Richard Bulldogs. Richard Bulldogs still hemmed in their own zone here. Stab was able to keep it in. Fulham looking to find an opportunity in the slot. Can't quite get to it. What do you think the Richard Bulldogs need to do to change up the scoreline? Is, oh my goodness, a big goal here.
They have to talk with each other and see if they can pass the ball a little bit more. I think that's how they're gonna tie up the game in the second match right now. Because communication is the key.
Communication is key, and team play is key. And you have 3 teammates on the field there. When you're able to play together, you're almost unstoppable.
Yeah, Unified Broken Arrows are taking the lead right now.
Substantially.
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0, just under the 3-minute mark of the play, and this is an entirely different game than we saw last.
Yeah, I think the first game was just their warm-up.
Sometimes it takes a few minutes or a few games to get those hands warm and make sure the controller is cooperating as expected here. Oh my goodness!
Wow!
A huge
Kenji.
touch! Oh my goodness, what a goal here. The pass from the teammate deep in their own corner, and just a little tire touch to keep it going. Beautiful play.
That was a beautiful pass.
Very entirely. Broken Arrow Tigers hunting in their own zone for an opportunity here. Big save in their own net as the Bulldogs are looking to capitalize. Low boost Broken Arrow Tigers have currently. Finally, they're able to pick up some boost, but an opportunity could be ready to go in the slot. Ooh, just not quite there. It was dabbed.
Right there. Oh, I thought that was going to be an easy goal for Richard Bulldogs, but it wasn't. Because you could see how the Broken Arrow Tigers are playing really, really good defense.
Strong defensive play on their own goal line there was the Broken Arrow Tigers. As again, they're going to have to play some strong defense coming off the back wall.
Unknown has just scored a goal.
Unknown, aka Stephanie, is able to get another one in, as they were a key player in the last game, scoring 2 of the big opportunities here adding another one to the scoreboard in this game, making it a 1-goal game with just a minute and 42 left. Bulldogs breaking out of their own zone, and 10C is able to, and G is able to break that 50-50 and win it out. Stephanie has another opportunity here, but that one's saved out, and she's gonna have to go up the half wall. Get one touch, make the second, and out a boost.
Tenji's really playing that ball really good.
Smart plays and smart touches, putting themselves at too much risk. There's another smart touch up on the half wall, opens up the Broken Arrow Tigers zone for an attacking opportunity by the Bulldogs.
And look at that beautiful save.
Another beautiful save. Oh my goodness, there's saves on both sides of the field happening.
Wow. Did you guys see that beautiful goal from Broken Arrow Tigers? I really want to tie up this match 1-1.
They're doing their absolute best as 4-2 on the scoreline here with 30 seconds left to play here. We're going to have to see one heck of a play from the Bulldog side to tie this game up. Otherwise, we're going to see an even scoreline in games. I agree.
Unknown has just scored another goal. So I think there's 10 seconds left in the game. Anything can happen, right?
Anything can happen in Rocket League. You need just mere seconds to make a difference in this game. I'm expecting a big play from Unknown to come out in order to tie up this game in general.
And it's back to the garage.
Final seconds tick off there, and the Broken Arrows are able to put one up on the scoreline. We'll be back momentarily with more Rocket League action, but before we do, we want to talk to you about finding friendships through the Unified Champion Schools program. You know, over the years, you've seen the power of Unified programming and its ability to connect people. Students with or without intellectual disabilities have made lifelong friendships in clubs, sports, and other activities. Let's take a few seconds and just hear some of their stories.
There's just something about Unified that connects everyone together. It's something that people just bond over really easily. Everyone kind of knows everyone in the school now.
Regardless of Dominic's ability or diagnosis or anything like that, no one considers that. It has nothing to do with who he is. He is just truly the nicest person and most caring person I've ever met in my entire life. And Dominic is just really a good friend to me.
What are you doing this weekend, Dom? Is it time for another Chocolate Cabana trip? Maybe we can bring Isaac along.
But you need to ask my mom.
All right. What I feel when I'm with Dominic, I want everyone to feel.
Sports brings people together. I get on the court with people I don't even know, and we just click. I couldn't wait until 4 o'clock to see all them. Those guys are like really my friends.
Cole, you hit or miss, man. You either can't nobody guard you, or you gonna miss every layup you take. How that work? So I see y'all in a whole second. These are bonds that can never be broken, you know, because like these are my friends at the end of the day, regardless of, you know, the Unified or Special Olympics, like they're my friends, and I can honestly say that.
head down to the field and go catch the action. Here we go.
All right, so this is game number 3, the best out of 7.
Correct. Game number 3 here. We have a tied score line, so that means there's 5 games left to decide a winner currently. As we see Broken Arrow Tigers want an opportunity in front, and they're able to capitalize on it. Wow. A huge play near the crossbar there. They're able to bury that opportunity just underneath. And the Broken Arrow Tigers are up 1-0 just about 20 seconds in.
Look at that beautiful save by the Broken Arrow Tigers. They really don't want the Richard Bulldogs to score a goal, but anything can happen here in Rocket League.
That's right. The Broken Arrow Tigers want to break out of their own zone, but the Bulldogs have something to say about that. Bulldogs looking to circle and set up an opportunity here. They're chomping at the bit, just like a Bulldog does. Looking for an opportunity here as chaos ensues on the sidewall as no one's able to get the ball. And wow.
Tenji's just for that goal. Oh my God. For the Richard Bulldogs. Just from that replay right now, it looked like he passed it to himself.
Yeah, that might have been the case. I think it was a little bit of a quick double touch, which really set them up for success.
Another goal by Tenji.
There's 2 up on the scoreboard now for the Richards Bulldogs as they're able to finally gain the advantage in this game number 3 with just 3 minutes and 49 seconds left.
I think they're talking with each other, so I think their communication is getting really, really better for the Unified Richard Bulldogs.
Absolutely.
What a demolition.
That big key in Rocket League there. I think demolitions are a huge important part of Rocket League, how you're able to set your team apart. Oh, a big opportunity in front, but they aren't able to capitalize off the post. So close.
Yeah, because I think demolitions are really, really big key, because then that leaves 2-on-1 player advantage. So it's a little bit easier for the other team that did that demolition to catch up. I mean, to either score that goal or catch up.
Yeah, or go get boost or regroup, whatever needs to be done. I agree entirely. But that 3-second respawn timer might not seem like a lot, but Tenji is able to score another one. We're up 3-1 in this game now, and the Bulldogs are a whole new team in this game number 3.
Wow, Unknown just scored a goal. Yeah, I think the Bulldogs maybe talked way good communication with their coaches and said, if we want to win this championship, we have to communicate really well with each other.
We're the Broken Arrow Tigers coach. What would you be saying to your players right now?
If I was the Broken Arrow Tigers coach, I would tell them to communicate, to play a little bit more of a offensive style of play, so they can start catching up and scoring some goals, so they can either tie up this match or take it into overtime.
True. Wise words there, my friend, as the Broken Arrow Tigers do get one on the board here, so it's a 4-2 scoreline currently with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left, as the Broken Arrows are going to have to rotate back and go get some more boost to reset this play as that Bullcraft floats up in the air as an awkward bounce off the ball. off some skill here.
Yeah, those are really, really good skills.
Passes it off to Unknown. Unknown loses that 50-50. Heads back towards the Richards Bulldog side. Heroes with an opportunity here. That one's wide and off the post. Close opportunity, but he's got more.
Oh, there you go.
Work
There's
with.
a goal by Colossum. By Richard. By Broken Arrow Tigers.
Broken Arrow Tigers put another one up on the board here, closing that gap to 1 goal with just 1 minute 37 seconds left. Plenty of opportunity to tie this game up, and even more opportunity to gain an advantage. We're far from done in this game number.
You can tell how they're really using everything to their advantage. Anything that can be hit off the wall, they're using their advantage. And I'm talking about the Broken Arrow Tigers. They're using everything to their advantage to see if they can score that goal. There you go. What did I say? They just scored a goal. Goal by the Broken Arrow Tigers.
I think you spoke that one into existence, Jose, as that one's going to tie this game up with just 1 minute left here. And wow, we might be heading to an overtime situation in this game 3 unless we see an additional goal by the Broken Arrow Tigers or the Richards Bulldogs. Now, I have a different question for you, Jose. If you were the Richard Bulldogs coach, what would be your words of wisdom right now in this series when you're up with the lead but now facing a tied scoreline?
I would tell them to cover the goal.
Just like that, right? Wow,
yep,
what a save.
Exactly. Cover the goal and see if they can take this game into overtime.
Sometimes just resetting with that face-off is enough to, reset the mental and make sure you're ready to roll in overtime, and don't let any lapses in judgment cost you a goal or a game in general. As the final few seconds tick off, we're heading to overtime.
For a minute there, when the kickoff just hit, I thought that was going to be a short overtime.
They really did try to, but a good saved opportunity there is Broken Arrow Tigers heading down to the far zone. They have the shot. Almost a beautiful double touch. Couldn't quite finish it off. Seconds. This overtime scenario, and this might be the end of it. Oh, off the post, off both posts. And no, the Richard Bulldogs can't capitalize on the opportunity. The posts coming to the rescue of the Broken Arrow Tigers, as that was almost the end of our overtime right there.
Goal by Broken Arrow Tigers. They have taken the lead.
They have, and a lead in games and a lead in the scoreline. That's going to spell the end of our game number 3 here. Broken Arrows on the advantage currently. We're going to have to see some improvement from the side of the Bulldogs if they really want to move this series along into a Game 7 scenario. Before we head down to the next match, we want to talk about belonging. Take a look at this video as we talk about the unified generation and the leaders inside.
Have you checked out our latest unified talk? I'm Tasha, a former youth ambassador for Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools. In case you missed it, Our last Unified Talk was all about belonging. It feels good to belong, but it also feels good to make sure that others know that they belong too.
Hey, I just wanted to call you and tell you that I love you so much and wanted to check up on you and see how have you been.
Oh, hi, I love you too so much.
Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to call and check up on you.
Oh. Be sure to check it out on the Generation Unified YouTube channel.
Friends, if you play, when you play in different tournaments.
Yeah, friends, community, gamers all around want to feel like they belong somewhere, and I think that's one of the most important parts about esports and gaming in general. Is it provides community, it provides a home for these players to play, regardless if it's in person or at home. I think that's one of the benefits of the gaming world is if you can't join us in person at one of the major events, well, that's okay. We can see you online and in Discord or wherever else players and are meeting to watch and or participating in gaming events, and I think that's one of the most important things we look at when it comes to the Unified Champion schools participating in this league, creating that community that goes outside of maybe your state or city borders.
Yeah, that is true. But now we're in game number 4. And Unified Broken Tigers have just taken the lead 1-0 with 4.3 seconds. Or 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go, still in the game.
Yeah, just coming at that 1 minute mark into a game here. Again, I think the Broken Arrow Tigers have really set themselves up for success. And if they walk away with this game, we'll be in a match point situation. Which, wow, a big save on the goal line there to deny the Bulldogs their first goal of this game.
Look at that beautiful save. Yeah, I think the Broken Arrow Tigers really don't want the Richard Bulldogs to score a goal because they keep saving it every single time that they come up to their net.
Big demo and a big goal on the Broken Arrow Tiger side. Ulam gets the ball off of this demo play, off the wide post, and is able to tap it in to the Bulldogs net. Up 2-0, 3 minutes and 19 seconds left.
Oh, right there. Richard Bulldogs have just scored a goal. And that was an open net, basically, because there was nobody playing defense by their goal, too.
Score one, big triple hit. That's a little scary as the ball's rolling back to the other end. Not enough boost to catch up to it. And oh no!
Broken Arrow Tigers has just scored another goal!
big shot in here. Wow, what a save in front of the net there. Unknown, aka Steph, able to save it out, keeping this a 2-goal game for the time being as we count down to that halfway point in this game number.
Wow. I really don't know what the coach gave them, but I think they have a lot of energy to score a lot of goals from the Broken Arrow Tigers. And Unknown's really trying to see if they can come back and tie up the game.
This is a tight game here, 4-2 with just about 2 minutes left here. Jose, I asked you this last game, but I think it's an important question. What advice would you have for players on the field to, either stretch this advantage in the goals or tie it up?
The advice I would have is just play a lot of defense. But as we see right now, that there's nobody scoring their there's no from the Richards Bulldogs, there's nobody at the other side playing a lot of defense and trying to save the goals.
They need to step up their defensive play in front of their own net.
Yeah, their defensive play in the front of their own net. At least if they had one player there trying to save the goals and trying to see how many goals that they can save, so they could at least take it on the offensive side and pass it with each other, pass the ball with each other between each other's team.
That's some great advice as it's going to pay off.
Like
Unknown's able to sink another one here. Again, making that a 2-goal scoreline difference currently 5-3 with 1:27 seconds left. Jose, just a little bit of color for you in the side here. When you have 2 players going for 1 ball in Rocket League, we call that a double commit. And when we have 3 players going for 1 ball, we call that a triple commit. And I've seen a lot of triple commits from the Richard Bulldogs side as all 3 players are gravitating towards that ball, looking for scoring opportunities, which I believe is leading to your analysis of why the net is a little more empty than it should be. But I may have spoken too soon as the Richards Bulldogs put another one up the scoreline from their own zone.
Yeah. Thank you for that information. I appreciate it.
Here to learn and enjoy some rock, right?
Yes.
Broken Arrows, Tigers coming down to the 1-minute mark, 1-goal advantage. Richards Bulldogs want to tie this game up, hopefully send it to an overtime where they'll have another opportunity to take a game away as Broken Arrow
And
Tigers.
I thought they were gonna tie her up right there in that goal. I mean that pass right there.
Final 30 seconds here. Can the Richards Bulldogs tie up this game, or are we going to send it to a match point scenario? Meaning, if the Broken Arrow Tigers win their next game, they're able to walk away with the series entirely. As oh no, that's rolling towards the net, and that's going to go in.
Wow.
With just 12 seconds left. Final seconds of this game, and I don't know if that's enough time to get 2 on the board. What are your thoughts, Jose?
I don't think that's going to be enough time to get 2 on the board. I think the Broken Arrow Tigers are going to take this match right now.
Like the 1 more style points, but that's going to be it. Broken Arrow Tigers on the advantage, setting themselves up for a match point scenario as we are in a crazy scenario here, which I'm surprised that we're here, given the performance we saw from the Richards Bulldogs off of the top of the game one. They had a clear advantage, but the Broken Arrow squad has clawed their way back to almost a match point situation in their favor. I'm very surprised. What are your thoughts? Series. Players kick off here. The Bulldogs are going to be able to strike first here. Almost a funky opportunity in front of the net.
But look at that save.
Tigers finally find some time in the Richards Bulldog zone. Some more boost and go for another opportunity here. Coming off the ceiling, big pinch. Oh, that was pretty.
Broken Arrow Tigers has just scored the first goal.
Is off the roof. He waits to the ground and a pinch. Love to see it. Was up in the air, trying to get an opportunity there, wasn't able to capitalize. He's gonna head back to their own zone for a little more boost.
Yeah, you can see how now they're doing a lot of demolitions and seeing if they can either score that next goal from Broken Arrow Tigers, because they really want to score that next goal, and I'm pretty sure that's where they're working at.
Absolutely. Of course, they want to tie this score line up here. As Tenshi is trying to pick up this ball in the corner. It's the boost, but not the ball. Finally gets a little bit of a touch on it and is able to clear it out.
Right there, Unknown has just tied up the game.
Huge play from Unknown and an amazing tail tap into the slow roller into the net. The Richards Bulldogs tie up the scoreline. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
But the Richard, ooh, look at that save! And the Richards Broken Arrow Tigers have just scored another goal.
Another big goal, and this one was buried in the bottom right-hand corner. Perfect place and a nice little tap. Broken Arrow Tigers want to end this series right here, right now. Bulldogs heading down to their own end, but get stopped at the halfway mark.
With a nice demolition, now they have to come back and see if they can play that defense. Unknown. The Richard Bulldogs really want to score and like saying, "Hey, we can tie up the game. We can win this match."
So Some big plays coming out here. As we come down to that 2-minute 30-second mark, halfway through, tied scoreline currently as the Broken Arrow Tigers are stuck in their own end. Just heading towards the 2-minute mark left here.
Punchy's really carrying that ball really well.
Phenomenal carry and phenomenal touches, keeping it alive and keeping it away from the Broken Arrow Tigers' end. Tires as they bury it back towards the backboard. Shot towards the net, that's not going to go, but a good opportunity there and good placement overall. As Unknown has to be smart on their own goal line.
Wow. Oh. Unknown. Richards Bulldogs have just scored another goal.
That's an important goal to send us potentially to another game here, as finally the Richards Bulldogs have the goal advantage in this game. Reminder for those watching at home, this is a best of 7 series, meaning you have to win 4 games to win this series overall here, as we are sitting on match point for the Broken Arrow Tigers currently. If they are able to win this game...
Oh my god, they just tied the game, the Broken Arrow Tigers.
Huge play, tell me about it, Jose.
That was a beautiful play from, what was it, half court? Or, yeah, midfield?
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's still time. There is still time. Like Animal said, it's the best out of 7.
Plenty of time on the clock. Plenty of time in this game, in fact, is just under the 1-minute mark currently. And all it takes is mere seconds to score an opportunity in Rocket League, as the Richards Bulldogs are going to send one back towards the net. Oh, what a big save there by the Broken Arrow Tigers, as they were able to keep that one out and keep this game tied at 3 apiece.
It's not only about defense, but it's also about offense.
Offense is important, but if he can score and help it, and oh no!
Wow!
20 seconds
Wow.
left. Broken Arrow Tigers pulling up on the board. What happened there, Jose?
There was one thing is that Richards Bulldogs were coming to possibly save the ball. But the Broken Arrow Tigers just took over. They had more power, more boost.
More boost and opportunities here. Final seconds, and this may secure the end of the game here, as we have a 1-second goal.
By the Broken Arrow Tigers.
That's gonna do it. With the 2-goal advantage and only 1 second left, there's not nearly enough time at this point for the Richards Bulldogs to secure a tying goal, much less an advancing goal. And with that, congratulations to the Broken Arrow Tigers for taking away the dub in this 7-game series. Jose, what a match, what a series, what game, stellar performance from all of these players. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the series overall.
My thoughts were that both teams played really, really well. They played really well, defense and offense. They were really, really matched up with each other. Both teams have really, really good players. But at the end, you can tell that the Broken Arrow Tigers won the championship and won the tournament.
Absolutely phenomenal plays. I just want to give a few big important shout outs and thank yous currently. Obviously, a big shout out to PlayVS for hosting this league for schools across the United States Everyone was able to participate. We also have a Western Division kicking off a little later on today. So big thank you to them. Obviously, a huge thank you to the Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools. Thank you for giving these players and people an opportunity to participate and build their communities inside of gaming. That is critical to their success and growth as students and beyond. Jose, do you have any final closing thoughts you want to share with the audience? Any shout-outs you want to give?
No, I just want to thank PlayVS and Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools for letting me shoutcast this game. I really appreciate it, and great job to the Broken Arrow Tigers for taking the championship. They did a really, really performative job.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Jose, it was a pleasure to have you on the desk with me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the amazing work you put in, and I appreciate you joining us in, cheering on these teams, cheering on these players, giving them an opportunity to showcase their skills in Rocket League, and I look forward to seeing all of them on the pitch in the spring semester and beyond. That's going to be it from Jose and myself, and with that, we're going to sign off and send it down to the West here shortly. So stay tuned as we'll have Ben joining us on the desk for the next series. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evenings.